In this chapter, we'll talk about regular expressions and how to use regular expressions in Python. A regular expression represents patterns described with a formal syntax, and in general are used as an effective substitute for specific parsers. They are used for mass processing of text in order to find the above-mentioned forms, patterns, after which the text is ready for further adaptation. Some theoretical principles of regular expressions come from the theory of automats, or I don't know how to pronounce this word, so automats, I guess you can call them, however you pronounce it, and they are known as regular languages. It should be noted that regular expressions in some use outspaces regular languages. So regular expressions outspace regular language. Okay, so we're going to start off this chapter by creating, evaluating, compiling regular expressions. So in order to use the embedded Python support for regular expressions, we're going to import the module RE. And the main purpose of regular expressions is to search substrings and using patterns in its text format. So one basic function which is used in regular expressions is the search function. So we're going to start off with a print, and then we're going to do RE, and then we're going to use the search function. So from this, we search for a certain pattern. For this example, just going to be pattern. And then from a text or a string, we're just going to use a string searching for pattern and searching pattern in text. So when we compile this, we get the following. So we can see that on exit, we get this SRE match or function search as a result. This is given if we found a match. If you don't have a given match, it just says none. So let's just, let's literally write none here. So you get the result none. So that means there's no matches. So we could also do the following. We have now, so let's do this. So we can also apply it to a we can apply it to a variable. So we do re.search, and then we're going to say pattern, and we have a given string. So searching pattern in text, and that compile, well, we should print it out actually. So print match, and there we go. So that works too. Well, pattern, and it gives you, as you can see, it gives you how long it is and where it's located. So from index 10 to index 17, we have this pattern matched. So moving on, there are several important methods and attributes that are used for the acquisition of additional knowledge about the discovered pattern in text. So in the following lines, we're going to actually see a couple of these important methods. So, but the names should be self-descriptive, so we'll briefly just describe what they do. So we're going to print the following. So we're actually going to need that match I just erased. So we save that to a variable. So let's do print. So now from this match variable, we create an object, and we can just call the methods from this variable. So we're going to have match.re.pattern. What this does, it finds attribute containing pattern, which will be scanned. So this is scanned. And then we're going to have print match.string. This returns the attribute containing the text in which we did the search for the pattern. So it gave us the whole text where this pattern is located. Print, and then now we're going to have match.start. What this does, it returns the beginning index where the pattern begins. So it's going to return the index of this P, and that is 10. So if you count this, you'll get up to index 10. And lastly, we have print, let's say match, and then logically we have end. And this finds the ending index of this pattern, the identified pattern. So it goes from 10 to 17 and the ending here. All right, so other than this way of using the search function, we should also explain the usefulness of creating a regex or regex object that is in many ways more effective in a direct call functions from this module. We can create this kind of object using the compile function. So let's do that. So we can erase all this now. We're going to call it regex. I just say regex because it sounds kind of rolls off the tongue more. So I'll just keep saying regex. You can say regex too, but whatever. So regex equals re.compile. And then we're going to say pattern. So now we created a regex object with this pattern. So after that, we can search by calling the method over that object and for the text that we are searching. So print regex search searching pattern in text ... So now that we defined the pattern, the regex object beforehand, and now we're just searching only the text. Start. And then we have start. And we get the same result as before, but this time we defined the object beforehand, the pattern beforehand. So, and notice that we later call the method start, which means the result search method is still the object SRE match. So moving on, actually I should have said before that I made a mistake. I just realized when I did the before where I defined a pattern and the string together in the search method, that's an SRE match object. Now this itself is a regex object and this is an SRE match object. So sorry for the confusion, but anyway, let's move on. All right, so let's see, where was I? Okay, so let's check what will our function give as a result if instead of 1, we have more matches in the same article. So what we do, so we have the following. So we have searching pattern in text pattern. So we're going to type in pattern twice. And search when text came, we see that excuse me, that a result we have the object that takes a result left found object or first found. So it goes from left to right and it finds the first object, the first location of that match. So in order to get around this, we will mention the find all function. We're going to actually use the function called find all. That instead of the SRE match object, it returns a list of all founded substrings. So instead of just saying 10, it's going to say, when we use find all instead of search, so let's do find all. Find all, and then let's get rid of the start. As you can see, it gave us a list of both matching matches. So if we use start again, it should give us the indexes. Oops, actually, never mind. So this doesn't work for that. Anyway, that's just for search, so just so we know. All right, so here we go. So find all gets a list of all the matches for this regex object or this pattern. So moving on, another function that we use during search is match function that requires a match from the beginning of the string. So we have the following. So we have this regex object from before, and now we're going to do the following. So we're going to delete this, and we're going to say print, we're going to say re.match, and then we're going to say match. So let's say match, comma, for the next argument. And then we're going to say match, oh, it should be a string, match function test. So this match is matching with the beginning of the string, and then for the ending of the string, we just do this. So we can use the match functions to find something at the beginning and the end of the string. So match test all lowercase, comma, match function test period. All right. And so the test at the end of the function does not match with the beginning. So match just finds the beginning. So even though this is at the end, there is no match. So with this, we conclude this section.